Well, hello everyone. This is LadySkarlette, and I'm going to do a reading for Scorpio. So we're getting in that last day of March and getting into April. So let me do my little disclaimer about being a therapist. I am a therapist for my, normal full-time job. And I do talk a lot about different kind of therapeutic situations in my reads when those come up, but in no way can this replace therapy for you. If you are struggling in some way, look up your local resources and see what is available to you. There's lots of options. If you're very rural, there are telehealth options. So it's something to consider if you're struggling. I always am going to advocate for therapy. I'm a therapist, so if you are needing that, please look out. 988 is available 24/7, 365 for you to talk to a therapist if you are in crisis. You can text or call that number. Also, gender is different in tarot than it is in, if I say divine masculine or divine feminine or king or queen. Everybody has a spectrum of gender within them. We have a little bit of non-binary in all of us. So when you think about gender in the read, you need to figure out what role you are in the read. Okay? Because it is different for everyone. I might also read energies that are around you. Okay? So you need to figure out what those energies are that I'm picking up, right? I'm picking up a lot of energy. This is a collective general reading, so I may pick up energies of, people that you deal with. So you need to flip those roles as they apply to you, because I do not know you individually, okay? Right now, at the base of your read, you've got the Death card, which is a Scorpio card, but it's also about change and transformation. So I do feel like some of you are celebrating those changes, and also nostalgia, family time with the Six of Cups, but also some of you might be dealing with some people from your past, as well as soulmate energies, right? So let's look at the base read before we go forward. You have Four of Wands in your recent past or current situation. This is the 1111 card, so being on the right path. This is completion of a cycle. It's also about, it can be about completion, like family completion or completion with a soulmate, and that cycle. I feel like some of you did some quiet quitting or stepping out of situations without truly saying goodbye because there was negativity there. Negative attachments, liars, cheaters, those kinds of things. Breaking of relationship contracts, if you will, okay? That could be work. That could be personal relationships. So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be love related. I feel for some of you, it was like you cut out all the negative attachments, okay? And that includes everything and everyone around you. Some of you, and I did read that, the last reading I did for you, it was like you were cutting out a lot of people or cutting out a lot of things. You also have in your home environment Eight of Cups, which is walking away, but it's also walking towards something as well. So it's kind of like the 8 broken cups behind you kind of thing. It wasn't enough. I also get that being in your home environment, that some of you may have moved from one location to another. You've walked away, and maybe there was some bad vibes or bad energy at that location, and so, because you do have strength in your near future, which is a card attributed to Leo, the sign of Leo, and then a Seven of Wands, and that's kind of putting up some boundaries, defending. You see how she's standing in front of this beautiful place, but it's like defending your homelands, kind of thing. She's got that one. She's got that one wand right there, right? She's defending, and so it's like you needed to create better boundaries with some situations. And so there's a lot of walking away feeling in this read, kind of like I got in the last couple of readings for you as well. High Priestess in the outcome. Now, some of you have, a lot of Scorpios have intuitive gifts. And I know several of them, like several of the Scorpios I know have intuitive gifts, divine gifts, psychic power, channeling, those kinds of things. This is also about hidden energies, hidden things coming to light. This is also about like a deep inner knowledge too, of like a sense of knowing. You know when things are off, right? It's the intuition at its finest. And then you've got a King of Pentacles with that too. So I think you've been kind of keeping to your own to create a stability here. Some of you might be in divine masculine energy. With that King of Pentacles there, you're creating your own stability. Now, some of you may also be in relationships where those things are getting more and more stable, okay, because of these other negative attachments that got cut out. Some of you had some things hidden in relationships, and those have come to light, and you're working on those things. The King of Pentacles is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth sign card, so you could be dealing with somebody with one of those signs as well. If I'm not mistaken, High Priestess is a Pisces card, I believe, but High Priestess can be a lot of things, so we'll clarify and see what we get. You know, like I said, at the bottom of the deck, you've got that Scorpio card, the Death card, right? Changes, transformation, new beginnings kind of feeling about that. I really get a sense of leaving a lot of stuff behind for Scorpios, like you have been doing for a couple of months now, really. So let's get some clarifiers on, we'll start with the Four of Wands with clarifying for our Scorpios. I feel like you're really attracting things to you right now, with that sense of completion and that, you know, when we start cutting out negative attachments, we start getting into that divine feminine or divine masculine energy where we're very attractive. Wouldn't surprise me if we see a little bit of that in the clarification. But you're like ready to locomote forward on some things. Like you're really not wanting to be stuck in the past with things is what I'm getting. Even though there might be some nostalgia of some things, it's like a good nostalgia, not a bad nostalgia. Nine of Wands, that's the Wounded Warrior. I feel like you put some solid boundaries down. That's what I'm getting from that. Solid boundaries. And then Knight of Pentacles. Slow move. Like you did this over several, like 6 months or so. Slow. Putting down boundaries. Figuring out what you wanted. Being very introspective, regaining your intuition. It was very, very slow, slowly, quietly putting these boundaries down. Also get with that High Priestess in the outcome that you were figuring some things out about some people. Maybe figuring out that you couldn't trust them, maybe figuring out that they didn't have your best interests in mind. Let's get one more clarifier on that. I got a few. Eight of Swords out. It was kind of chaos, but the blindfold is off, and you've definitely figured some things out. Blindfold is off. You're breaking free out of some negative attachments, manifesting, and you're manifesting. You got the skills. Also, somebody may have been trying to play with you a little bit, and you said, no, we're not doing that. For some of you, it's a current partner, and you have rectified, I suppose, that situation. For some of you, you absolutely walked away. I mean, you've got that in your home spot. You left. Six of Wands. You know, with the Magician and Six of Wands here, I feel like some of you are some way good manifestors. You can get what you want, and you know it. Speak it, and it shall be true, if you know what I mean. So, you may have manifested that breaking free. With Six of Pentacles, some of you definitely were dealing with a karmic situation. Maybe a third-party situation with this Three of Cups. Ooh, and Three of Swords right underneath that. And some of you definitely were married. And maybe still are. I'm not saying that you got divorced because of that. 2 threes together is an acceptance. Sometimes that's an acceptance. But I'm feeling no. You did not accept, and you changed some things. So some of you are in like a really great part of your long-term relationship right now. Like it's like renewed. Queen of Cups under that, so deep love. And, you know, that is a water sign card. So Queen of Cups is a very loving card. Maybe loving on your family right now. I kind of get that. Maybe that's why you're getting that Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck on the Mystic Tarot over here. Just loving on your family. Like putting time into that, right? Let's clarify this Eight of Cups in the home environment. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Woo! A lot of cards falling for you. Look, there's that Three of Swords and Three of Cups coming out. Some of you definitely... Somebody messed with the relationship contract and your intuition was in high gear. And in fact, you worked on it and you received a spiritual gift. Illumination. Look at these cards that are coming back out that were just at the bottom of the deck. I mean, bam, 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 bam. It was all those cards that were at the bottom of the deck came falling back out. They really wanted you to see them. You got illuminated. You found out some stuff. And for some of you, it was like your long-term relationship is brand new right now. You uncovered some things. You got out of a slump, so to speak. You know? I'm leaving those out. They want to be out. You got out of a slump. It's like your relationship is like you're dating again. For some of you, right? Some of you walked away. And you might be dating someone new. And that's what this is. But for some of you, your long-term relationship is like brand new. Hot, fiery, passionate with that King of Wands. Yeah. Let's clarify this Seven of Swords over here. For some of you, that person was a bit of a player and wasn't being honest with you and you've walked away. But for some of you, it's definitely a resurgence in your long-term relationship. Some of you have someone new that you're, I don't know if you're quite with them yet. Interested? Flirting? You know, with that King of Wands under there at the bottom of the deck. Flirting? Let them chase you. My friends, my Scorpios, let them chase you. You sit still. You don't need to chase. You're very, very magnetic. Let's clarify this Seven of Swords. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Let's clarify for Scorpio, please. I don't want a book. I want a few cards. Okay, we got Four of Cups. You have options, and you know it. Some of you are being a little sneaky right now. Not in a bad way. Just kind of keeping your plans under wraps. You know you have options, and you're just keeping it quiet. Two of Wands, yeah. You may be dating someone secretly. Not telling people. Or flirting with someone secretly. Woo! Okay. Five of Cups. It's because you're afraid of being disappointed, but you do have hope. You've been disappointed in the past, so you're just keeping it quiet for now. You don't want to get real excited about it or tell anybody about it. Keeping it to yourself. Four of Pentacles. Keeping it close. Four of Swords. Because you're still healing. But there's some excitement there. It could be an Aquarius. It's a star card. Queen of Swords. Those are air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, yeah, you're just keeping it quiet. Being real clear-headed about things. You're passionate, but you're thinking that you're being logical and analytical right now, and not in the emotion, so to speak. Let's clarify the Strength card in your near future over here. Like I said, that's a card attributed to Leo. So is the Sun card, and that came out. So some of you very well could be dealing with a Leo. So we have Six of Cups. Yeah, there's that. For some of you, there's a soulmate connection. Either that is an Ace of Wands. For some of you, it's a new and highly passionate. And some of you, it's that resurgence of a very passionate relationship. Okay. I get for some of you it fizzled out, and you like I said, you've moved on, and you're maybe flirting with someone. Temperance, yeah. Yeah. Some of you, with Temperance and the Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups there, some of you definitely were working on you had some karmic situations happening, and you are leveling. Look at all that orange and fire right there. Some of you may have been dealing with the fire sign. Lots of fiery right there. Whereas this one's very cool and blues and greens. Yeah. Some of you definitely were dealing with the fire sign, which Leo is. Um, but Temperance is Archangel Michael. Ace of Wands, can be about personal power. It can be about sexy times, lots of passion. So there was a very passionate soul connection here. Some of you cut off. Some of you had a reconciliation or a resurgence of passion in your long-term relationship. Some of you have cut the cord completely, but you may be flirting with somebody or talking to somebody new. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands. So, there's that star again. Yeah, I feel like you're sticking close to home. So if there is a new relationship, it might just be starting out online or texting and not really meeting in person so much. But you're very excited about it. Very well could be with somebody at a distance from you. Seven of Swords, yeah, keeping it quiet. You're kind of sneaking around with it. You don't really want people to know. Somebody put you out in the cold and you're not going to let that happen again. Some of you have been doing a lot of praying and meditating. Asking for the patience to get through things. Asking for the strength to get through things. And some of you, it's possible that your partner that was not keeping the relationship agreement is still not keeping the relationship agreement. I get a little bit of spying back and forth on several sides here. And I feel like there's some extra partnerships in here, like maybe polyamory, open monogamy as well, where there was just kind of a lot of chaos and maybe too many players and you've cut some of them out. I'm picking that up too. Ten of Swords, definitely the end. Look, walking away, Eight of Cups. And King of Wands, some of you were definitely dealing with the fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But right under that is the King of Cups. Somebody's being real loving right now. I'd watch that with that King of Wands on top of it, though. That could be definitely somebody who is smooth talking, very passionate and sexy and charming. But it also could be some of you in your masculine energy just kind of taking care of business, right? You're just like taking care of business. Let's clarify this High Priestess and King of Pentacles and the outcome for Scorpio. Some of you, the stinger came out, the Scorpio stinger came out, and you're like not having anybody's tomfoolery, right? Ten of Wands, yeah, there was a lot of burdens and obligations. Some of you have stepped into different leadership roles recently. You're kind of keeping the good things that are coming quiet. You're not really celebrating it out loud. Like, you're not posting, you're not telling everybody. You're quietly promoting in your life. Hanged Man. Yeah, just very, very introspective. You're thinking about things. You're waiting and planning. If I know my Scorpios. Page of Pentacles. Yep, studying. Yeah, some of you are going through a tower moment and you're getting that rebalance of strength. Some of you have already gone through it and you're rebalancing right now. There was a lot of conflict. Lovers. It's that Gemini card, but it's a lot of decisions that you've had to make. Some of you need to take a leap of faith with a love situation. And some of you are biding your time. Just biding your time. Studying, waiting, investigating. Some of you have a new job and you're learning how to do that, and it's a big shakeup in your life. Some of you haven't gone through this tower moment yet, but you're about to, because you're about to do all these things. For some of you, this hasn't happened yet, and April might be the month. We've got a lot of things happening in April astrologically, right? So let's clarify with my personal deck. And the way I clarify with the personal deck is I do top row, middle row, and then outcome, just to kind of see what's around you. That top one is kind of seeing what's around you in your home environment or the people that are around you. So just close relationships. Let's get some clarifiers for Scorpio, please. So heart chakra. You all are really doing some heart chakra healing or heart healing. And you're really wanting to surround, if you have children, you're surrounding yourself with your children or grandchildren, friends, doing things with friends. Your intuition is correct, listen. So for some of you, if you've had a partner that was breaking the relationship contract in some way, you're still not sure that they're on the up and up. And you're studying that. Because your intuition is telling you that something's not right. It says listen. I bet there are conversations happening near you. I'm hearing that. Keep your ears sharp, Scorpio. You have a telepathic connection with someone too, some of you. And they're sending you music, songs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, definitely some of you are dealing with the fire sign. Some of you might be Scorpio, Sagittarius cuspers as well. Definitely picking that up. Oh, I think a card flipped. Timing is off for us. Yeah. Ooh, I'm getting that that's a sexual thing for some of you. Like, the sex is it's just not good right now. Like, the timing is off. Do you understand? Different rhythms, so to speak. And you're kind of unsatisfied with that. And it's like you've been trying to fix it and it's not been working. Like maybe different schedules as well. Like you have different work schedules. Sympathy for the devil. Okay, look. Somebody who's definitely breaking a relationship contract here. We're getting that so many times. It's like, what's confusing you is the nature of my game. This is also an unmasking of self. Inner child shadow work. Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones. Please allow me to introduce myself. So it can also be about abundance too, building abundance in your house. Surface Pressure from Encanto. This is the drip, drip, drip song. This is definitely about putting boundaries down, but it's also about self-care, vacation time, honor and family legacy, obligation and burden. Some of you are definitely experiencing that. But some of you are taking it on because you want to take it on, okay? Racing with Destiny. You're more than you thought you could be. One Moment in Time by Whitney Houston. Your hard work is paying off. So you are getting rewarded. Let's clarify this middle line for you, Scorpio. Some of you don't know how good of a manifester you are. Like, you speak it and it shall be done. I think you should know that. Should be digging into your spiritual gifts, Scorpio. You've got them. Some of you are afraid to face them a little bit. They are scary sometimes. Doing the unstuck, let's get happy. You're definitely moving on. You have somebody around you that has some severe depression, and maybe you've been really worried about them. It looks like they might be coming out of that phase, but they need to be busy. They might be too idle. And it could be you, but it could be somebody around you as well. I don't get that I'm not getting the Scorpio energy from that. I think it's somebody around you, and they need to be busier. They're not busy enough. Some Cancer energy here with the Moonstone card. Creativity, intuition, feminine energy, balancing of emotions, restoration, motherly protection, new beginnings, inner wisdom. Could be a kid for some of you with depression. Someone's afraid to face the truth. They're afraid to be honest with you about how they're feeling. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be the person with depression, but it could be just somebody around you that is really afraid to tell you the truth because they're afraid of you judging them. They're afraid of that stinger, right? But you know. You have an inner sense of knowing. So somebody's spying on you, but you also might be keeping an eye on them too. Also, I think that you might need to look deeper into this person who's, maybe you need to figure out some way to keep them busy, give them a project or something. Whew. Okay, Citrine, the Sagittarius energy. Like I said, some of you might be cuspers, but you might have a Sagittarius around you. Warm, positive energy. This is the citrine stone. And yeah, I've got some citrine on me, but it's kind of an orangish, yellowish stone. That's also the Sagittarius stone. It could sometimes a Scorpio stone too. Embodies sunshine, restorative, vitality, illumination, prosperity. I deserve the best. Yes, you do. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take a chance, break the rules. It's about taking that leap of faith, you all. There's some big project you want to start, but you're in your head a little bit about it. You might also be planning and learning, right? Figuring out how you want to do that. Garnet, Capricorn energy. You definitely, in your outcome, have some earth sign energy. So this is glowing fire. This is here's a garnet right here. I have one. There's a garnet. See, it's like a deep red. Some of them are more red than that, but brings fire and warmth, stirs up the inner chi, regal, safe and tethered, emotional growth, strength and balance. All right. Let's clarify this outcome for you a little bit. Let's get some energy for the outcome. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Let's clarify this outcome for Scorpio. Ooh, okay. Hello from the Other Side by Adele. Definitely spirit guides, angels, ancestors are trying to get messages to you. Listen to your intuition. Time to move forward. Someone from your past has a message. You might be getting telepathic messages from someone. Someone thinks too highly of themselves or status too. Like somebody's a little narcissistic around you. And you know, you might be letting them know about it. Also, you know, somebody might have like some grandiose behavior, and it's about judgment, you know. It's also about stepping into high society too. You know, some of you might be getting a lot of abundance lately, and it might be about, you know, be careful with that. You know, be quietly abundant, because people will come knocking at your door wanting stuff, right? I get that really strongly from that, and I don't usually get that from that card. So I really feel like some of you are stepping into abundance, and you've got to keep it quiet from like family and friends, because they'll like be putting their hands out. Validation. Yes, whatever it is that you're wanting to know, this is your validation. Your intuition is correct. Go for it. Take the chance. Take the leap of faith. This is the I Like Me Better When I'm With You by Law of card. It's very inspiring, and it's about like falling in love. For some of you, it's falling in love with yourself. It's learning to love yourself. For some of you, it's falling in love with your long-term partner again, like it's new. Somebody wishes they could take something back. I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's someone at a distance from you that you have put out in the cold, basically. They wish they could take it back. I love you unconditionally. Ooh, that's a long cycle, isn't it, for some of you? It's a long cycle with someone. I love you unconditionally, like I'm going to love you no matter what, but there are certain things that I got to step away from. That's why you're putting down boundaries and things. It's one of them. Sacral chakra, yeah. Sexy time. Some of you are there's a resurgence of passion in your relationship. And this is also about creative expression, you know, connecting with someone emotionally. Yeah. Intimacy, you know. I attract that which I deserve from the universe on the bottom. Some of you had a karmic situation, and you're closing that cycle out with that tower in the outcome especially. That is a balancing of karma, generally speaking. Let's get some personal oracle cards for you, Scorpio. Getting some cusper feelings, like a lot of you are Scorpio, Sagittarius, cuspers, and so I'm going to do the Sagittarius read either tonight or tomorrow. It depends on, I had a long week. You know, I work full time, own a business, and so sometimes, that's why my reads are sometimes far apart, because I, you know, work like 60 hours a week. So I try to put them out as soon as I can, you all, and I'm going to try to put that Sagittarius read out either later tonight or in the morning. So I do feel that some of you are definitely Scorpio, Sagittarius, cusp. So let's get some of my personal oracle, some advice for you. When I was kind of meditating on the cards before, I pre-shuffle all the cards and think about you while I'm shuffling. And I got a lot of, like, you just kind of want to be in your comfort zone right now. You don't want any drama. Like maybe there was a lot of that and you know, in the first part of the year or at the end of last year, and you're just really wanting to get into your comfort zone, and so you're moving towards balance. And that might, you know, for some of you, you may have already gone through that tower moment, and you're having that kind of comfort zone feeling right now, like some peace, right? ADHD and autism. Some of you might have ADHD or autism, or you might have people around you that are neurodivergent. And it's, I know, so I have ADHD and a touch of autism, and so I've been kind of chilling out a little bit lately. I was like on fire during the first part of the year, and now my energy's starting to balance out. So that might be happening for some of you or the people around you with those. I don't like to call that a disorder. I mean, it's just a part of who I am, right? Oh, that card flipped. This one flipped. Celebrate your feminine. Some of you are stepping into divine feminine, and some of you I feel like are balancing out your feminine and masculine. Shall I welcome the universe inside of me and treat yourself? You also got exercise and fresh air. Some of you are getting out there in the sunshine, and that's part of your self-care. Some of you need to definitely take a break. Learning as a result of listening. Some of you are definitely studying something. Shall I welcome the universe inside of me? I love that card. It says so many different things to me. Some of you are stepping into your intuition and learning how vast you are internally, and maybe really philosophical right now. Praying, meditating. It's also good self-care. Step out of your comfort zone and transform. These two are definitely about stepping into intuitive powers or spiritual gifts. Love and work and love, that's all there is. Some of you definitely need to treat yourself, right? And also exercise, fresh air, drinking our water, eating well, those kinds of things. Some of you are getting real interested in your health right now, and that's part of that stepping into our comfort zone and taking care of ourselves. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? No one's sex parts are going to heal your soul. It's on you. I mean, sex is great, no judgment, but it doesn't heal us, and we have to be careful about using that as a coping skill. It does make you feel better. I mean, there's lots of feel-good chemicals that get released, right? Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. Remember that radical validation? I said this thing you've been thinking about, this project you want to get off the ground? It's your validation. Some of you have a difficult connection with your mother, and some of you need to call your mother. Some of you whose mother might have passed on, or a mother figure, they're trying to send you a message from the other side, which I got in your read. There is nothing foolish about hope, right? Don't stop mid-conquer. Yeah, there's a message here that some of you have a big project that you want to do, and you have been fearing the failure of it. It's saying it's time, I think. Watch the signs of the universe. Your intuition is good. I mean, you know that this is going to be a success. That first year that we start a big project, especially if it's a business, is a real struggle. But I get a sense that some of you, it is a business that you want to start. And for some of you, it's just a big, big project, maybe a community project. I'm feeling like it's time. And you know that it's time. I don't even know that I need to tell you that. But the cards are saying it, so I'm telling you. Let's get an animal totem for you, Scorpio. Alright, universe. What else do we need to let Scorpio know? Thank you. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Ooh, you got a few. Let's see what... Okay. So, I'm going to take that one that was at the bottom, goal, and I'll show you the picture. Actually, let's see. Look at it like that. I think that's the way it's supposed to be viewed. It's really, all of these animal totems are really beautiful. Water, creation, emotions. Definitely you, Scorpio, water sign. The goal, a creature of the sea and sky, symbolically links the lower earthly world with the upper world of the spirit. It is also a symbol of unrestrained emotion. In a Northwest Native American legend, an angry gull kills a raven, one of the most powerful totems that had invaded the gull's beach. A great war between ravens and gulls for dominion of the beach ensues. In the end, the gull is subdued and the two birds share power over the shore. In the painting, the gull appears along with a nautilus, a mollusk, and the image of Amphitrite, the ancient Greek sea goddess who governs the emotions. It might be Amphitrite, I'm not sure how you say that, but... The gull, nautilus, and goddess are all associated with water, the primordial element of creation and life. Well, if that doesn't sum up your reading, it's all about creation. And let's get some runes for you, Scorpio. Ooh, you've had some delays, haven't you? Maybe some legal issues, possibly. You got Ansu's in reverse. Let's look at that one first. Trickery, lies, general deceit. And this is, kind of in current or past. Ansu's in reverse. Don't believe anything you hear. Well, you didn't. But I feel like you took care of it. It says take care to get a second opinion whenever you're in doubt. Someone else wants what's best for them and not what's best for you. It indicates selfish, biased advice, often from an individual who's so enmeshed in the problem at hand that impartiality is lacking. Parents or superiors may be trying to interfere with your plans at this time. Now, some of you left a job, and I feel like it's for that reason. Maybe things were inhibiting you. There were some difficulties inhibiting you from moving forward. Some failed communication and a lack of clarity in past or present dilemma. It can indicate a failure or an outright refusal on your part to learn from life's lessons. But I don't know about that, Scorpio. You are stubborn, but you also are not one to stay stuck in place, really. Troubles with the course of study or misuse of knowledge. I feel like some things were delayed because other people were making bad decisions. Then you have Jira. And Jira is harvest. It's a reward for efforts. And that one can't be, like, there's not a reversal on Jira. It's a rune of justice. And so I'm feeling like some stuff happened. Tower moment happened. And you got good karma, although it felt very delayed. And maybe still feels delayed. Like maybe your rewards that are coming are very slow. You have that Knight of Pentacles. The Knight, right? It's a slow moving card. Slow moving justice. And that's really frustrating. So the harvest comes after expenditure of energy and care. I mean, you have Issa right after that, which is delays. I mean, I really feel like things were delayed for you. And I really feel like you're just kind of sitting pretty right now. Like you're just, and Issa can mean that, like a cessation of activities or a freeze, right? And maybe you're freezing people out, putting them out in the cold. I really feel that. So it can indicate a cooling trend in a relationship, business or emotional. Some things for you have gone too far to be salvageable, and you have cut those things out. You're done. I mean, I've gotten that for you so much lately, but I really feel like some of you are just now coming to that tower moment. Some of you have already gone through it. You've already made all those cuts. You've balanced your karma, and now you're just sitting pretty and waiting and watching and studying and minding your business and spending time with your loved ones. Like, I get a strong energy of that, you all. Let's find out some stuff from our fairy oracle cards as well for you, Scorpio. See what the fairies want to tell us. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, lots of cards want to come out. Let's not get all of them. Let's get some of them. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors, and our fairy friends. See what our fairies have to tell us. They wanted to give us a book. Maybe it'll give us the book again, because they certainly wanted to come out. Look, it wants to give you a book. We're giving you a book then. Friends. All the love your light extends in reflection shown in chosen friends. So you definitely are spending time with close friends, keeping things close to home. Medicine. Veggies and fruit from yellow to blue, like medicine, they're good for you. Definitely focusing on your health. The green fairy, a cheeky green fairy on your behalf, is appearing here to make you laugh. I would say get in good humor. Sleep underneath the nighttime skies, fairy sing you lullabies. You're definitely focusing on getting healthier. Eliminating those negative habits and things from your past. Flowers. Flowers will brighten up your space and create a fairy-friendly place. Some of you are planting a garden or growing flowers or getting out in nature. Play. Step outside and feel the sun, breathe the air, play, have some fun. Okay, You are in a healing mode right now, which tells me I think that most of you have gone through your tower moment, and you're just in a place of healing. You're just keeping it close, like in hermit mode. You definitely had that card in there. And so you're just in your space, in your comfort zone, because you had the drama. You don't want it anymore. You want things to quiet down. Fairy wings on the bottom. In the forest, small lights glow. Those are fairies flying low. You know, Scorpio, your reads have been very tumultuous the last couple of times. So I just feel like you're in a very healing space and things are quieting down for you, which I love for you. But you're also thinking about big projects coming up and whether or not you should do those things. You had a lot of cards saying go for it, but for you, this is not me giving you advice, you need to have all the moving parts before you make a decision, and that's where you're at right now. Quiet, no drama, studying, right? You got that apprenticeship card in there, and the Eight of Pentacles. So you're just really, maybe not communicating so much with the outside world, but people very, very, very close to you. And you're not telling what you're doing because you've got some really big projects and you don't want to put too much out there for people. So I love that it's drama free for you. Some of you are not quite there, but you're getting there. So I also want to say thank you to all of I have a lot of new subscribers in the last couple of weeks. I thank you to all of my subscribers and those who watch. Thanks for all the likes and shares and the sweet comments. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate this journey. And I very much enjoy reading the cards for you, and I hope that you're enjoying it. I hope that you come back. This is Lady Scarlett. Many blessings and love and light to you all.